You know, I've just about come to the conclusion, along with a lot of people, that you just about can't do anything anymore, right or wrong, without getting criticized for it. Doesn't matter what it is, it ain't never going to be enough. I'll give you a couple of case in points. Several years ago, I gave away an old Lexus that I had to a young lady that needed a car to drive from this little town I lived in. Was proud to do it. Gave it to her, gave her the title, no strings attached or anything. Did my heart good. Hopefully it helped her. And started getting messages as to why I didn't pay her car insurance for a year. A couple of years after that, me and a good friend of mine, Brandon, we bought a house. We were going to flip it, sell it, make some money. Then we had the idea to give it to a needy family. Had 4 grandkids they was raising. Never had their own rooms to themselves. They had to sleep 2 or 3 in a room. So Brandon and I, along with the help of our little community, remodeled the house, made it just about brand new, and on Christmas Eve several years ago, we gave them the house. Free and clear. No strings attached. Signed the title and the deed over to them. One of the coolest things I've ever got to do in my life. Only to get lambasted because they wanted to know, not the people that got the house, but people on social media wanted to know if we were going to pay the taxes for them for the year. Eric Church signed over rights to his new song, Darkest Hour. I heard somebody in a restaurant a while ago where I was eating said, he ought to done a whole album for him and gave it to him. Whew, man, just seems like it ain't never enough, is it? You know, you put money in the offering plate, it ain't never enough. My deal on that is I put the money in the offering plate. What happens to it after that ain't in my hands. That's in the hands that took it and in the good Lord's hands. Because if they ain't doing the right thing with it, that's who they'll have to answer to at the end anyway. As long as I did my part. My platform ain't near as big as a lot of folks anymore. I ride a much smaller bicycle now, and that's okay. But the naysayers and being critiqued for the things that we don't do, or that I don't do, or what a lot of people don't do, is never going to deter me from still trying to do good things. I find joy in being able to try and do good things for people. Yeah, it may not be millions, it may not be new this, new that, but at the end of the day, I hope the good Lord, when my time's up, will say, job well done, my friend. That's the only person I'm trying to please right now. Because you sure can't please everybody. But I'm sure going to try to please one. That's the one that matters the most. My show in Gatlinburg in November sold out on a Friday night. Saturday night, I got another show there. I don't know how many tickets sold to that one. But whatever I get that night on that Saturday night, regardless of whatever it is, I'm going to donate all that money to somebody in the Carolinas, you know, that went through such a horrific tragedy with the hurricane a few weeks ago. Now, please know that it ain't no big venue where I'm going to walk out there with a whole lot of money. But here again, whatever I get that night, I'm going to give away. And hopefully that money will enable somebody to buy some groceries or some food or some diapers or whatever. I'm sure somebody's going to say on here, why don't you give them both nights? Well, my family has to eat too, I guess. But I'm going to do the best I can. Just my thought for the day. I'll tell you, I'll leave you with this. There's still good people in this world doing good things. And we don't always have to critique somebody just because we don't agree with their ideology or what they're thinking. I got friends across the street over here I may not agree with. That don't mean I ain't gonna talk to them out here at the mailbox this evening. That's why we live here, so we can have our differences and resolve them peacefully if they even need to be resolved. All right, just my thought. I'll hush now and get off my small little platform and get back on my little old bicycle and ride off into the sunset. Just my sentiment from an old has-been comedian out here in Huntington, West Virginia. Prayers for everybody that's been affected by the hurricane, and especially people that's fixing to go through a tough one in a town that I lived in for a long time. Florida, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Sarasota, anybody that's going to be affected, Orlando. I have a dear friends over there. Pray for them. I'll do the same. We'll see y'all.